All right, guys, we are almost time. It is now time actually, 7:20 by my clock. So we are going to be streaming the Japanese Wrestling Union Grand League Night 1. This is a 7-night round robin tournament uh, with 8 competitors. The competitors being Riki Dozan, Masahiko Kimura, Matsuda Sorakichi, and the Great Togo, all representing Japan, and Lord James Blears, Johnny Quango, Alibaba, and Lou Thez representing the rest of the world. So that is your Grand League field. And that's what we're going to be running this evening. All matches are 2 out of 3 falls. So that even though there's only 4 matches on the card this evening, it should be a reasonably lengthy show. And we can get into it. We'll be rolling out all of the matches using my FG Assistant application. If you are interested in checking out the application, you can go to https://patreon.com/FG Assistant for more information. It's $5 to download. You can use it as long as you want. After that, you can cancel your patronage at any time. There is no phoning home, so you can cancel after a month and continue to use the program. I'm not into restricting you, although I do appreciate your continued support. And speaking of continued support, for those of you who have continued to support and are waiting for your card this month, let me show you what I'm working on here. He's not quite ready yet, but he's going to be coming soon. So let's get it up. I spelled the name wrong. So I have been working with this Jean LaBelle card. And I'm trying to get him out. I don't have the stats quite where I want them, so I'm just kind of tweaking them a little more. He should be done soon, though. But anyway, so that's going to be your card for the month, and I do apologize that there has been a delay on it. I have been sort of out of the loop with Warner, so I haven't got in the latest batch of orders yet. So I have like 3 or 4 cards like in that have not been released that will be coming up, but I need to get in touch with him again and try to get out the next set of cards and stuff. So but yeah, this is the bootleg that will be coming soon. I don't know exactly when. I was hoping to get him out this weekend. I didn't have a whole lot of time to mess with his stats, so yeah, I didn't like the one that I previously did with the non-Warner artwork. So I'm trying to tweak that a bit. I think it'll probably be similar. It's just, going to be slightly different. Anyway, so that's what we've got going on with the bootleg for this month, and I do apologize for my supporters. And I just realized I left the the Patreon scene. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, you guys didn't see any of that because I'm a dumbass. Let me go back and show it off since. But this is going to be the card this month. Jean LaBelle. I have been tweaking the stats from this one, which or not that one. Where is it? I think it's actually this one that I put out, the MMA one. So I've been, moving him off of the MMA stuff. This is Jared release. But I've been moving him off like the MMA stats a bit, and I need to tweak this. It's more purple than pink. I want it to be more pink. So need to go ahead and mess with that a tiny bit. But so yeah, Jean LaBelle is going to be your bootleg for the month. Again, like I said before, because you could hear me, but you couldn't see what I was doing. I apologize for being a little late on that. But it is coming. It is nice. It has nice Warner artwork. It's kind of a bigger name if you know, are interested in sort of territory wrestling, or guys who were really important in one area but never really made a name for themselves anywhere else. A fun fact, LaBelle is a unofficial, he won the NWA world title at some point, but then was stripped and not recognized by the NWA. So, you know, just an interesting fact there. Anyway, so let's get into this. I am going to bring up the tournament menu. This has changed. Tournaments are no longer necessarily one night. Now you can add a whole bunch of different events and nights to your tournaments. So that's what I have done here to the Grand League. If we go back and so the Grand League has 7 nights. Night 1 is at Korakuen Stadium in Tokyo. And then the next couple of nights are at Kokukigen Hall, and also in Tokyo, and then the finals are in Korakuen Stadium. I probably will only actually stream the opener and then the finals. These ones I'll probably run myself off camera. So the participants for the Grand League are Ricky Dozan, Alibaba, Masahiko Kimura, Lou Thez, Matsuda Sorakichi, Johnny Quango, The Great Togo, and Lord James Blears. Tonight, we are going to be seeing, it will be Blears and The Great Togo. It will be Johnny Quango and Matsuda Sorakichi. Then it will be Alibaba and Lou Thez and Masahiko Kimura and Ricky Dozan. That's going to be your card for this evening. All of them 2 falls. I need to fix this. It's stretched beyond my thing and it won't let me scroll down anymore. Wonderful. But this is why you work on things. Anyway, so let's get into our first match, which is Lord James Blears and the Great Togo. In the red corner, weighing in at 233 pounds and standing 6 feet tall, from Lancashire, England, he is Lord James Blears. And his opponent in the blue corner, weighing in at 219 pounds and standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, from Tokyo, Japan, the Great Togo. And Blears has Captain Leslie Holmes. So let me go ahead and add him to the... let's turn that on a little bit. Let me go ahead and add him to the red corner. We're going to have distraction attempts. He's got 1 distraction attempt. And we're going to go ahead and add red corner. And this is going to be manager interference attempts. He's got 1 of those. So there we go. So we got Blears and Togo. Let's roll for the initiative. And it looks like Lord James Blears wins the opening lockup and applies an arm wringer on Togo. Togo easily counters the arm wringer and slaps on a wrist lock. Blears counters the wrist lock and sends Togo into the ropes. Togo comes off the ropes and Blears puts him down with a big knee to the gut. And Togo in trouble here as Blears is now solidly in control, applying a Ferris wheel. This is an add 1 maneuver, so Togo is going to take a point of fatigue. And he is down and is going to roll out of the ring. Togo able to kind of fend off Blears and roll back in, sort of slowing down the pace, but Blears is still in control here. Blears applies the surfboard stretch on the Great Togo. And Togo's hurt here. Lord James Blears once again sends him into the ropes. And once again, Togo can't do anything off the ropes. Blears uses the momentum to apply an abdominal stretch and really works it. Togo able to power his way out, but Blears throws Togo from the ring. That is not a great idea. And Togo grabs the leg of Blears after he lands outside of the ring and pulls him out, and the two begin brawling on the outside. Togo gets the upper hand, and Blears is floored. Lord James Blears rolling his count out here. Target is going to be 3, roll is a 9, so he is not counted out. And now the great Togo is on the attack as Lord James Blears rolls back into the ring. And once again, the great Togo throws Blears out of the ring. Blears over to consult with Captain Leslie Holmes there. And slowing the pace down, rolls back in. Togo right on top of him. Blasts Blears with a headbutt. And Blears is hurt here. And now Togo shoving him back into the turnbuckle. And Blears can't get much done as Togo just beels him out of the turnbuckle and towards the center of the ring. And now Togo once again with a big headbutt. And that's going to leave Blears down. He's not going to roll out of the ring. And Togo waits for Blears to stand back up and then jabs him directly in the neck, which is going to hurt Lord James Blears. Togo grabs a front face lock before Blears can do much about it, and uses it to squeeze Blears. Blears is dazed here. Togo leading him around the ring. Lets him go, but puts his fingers in the eyes and rakes him. And Lord James Blears is hurt. The great Togo backing Blears into the turnbuckle once again. And Blears able to counter. Lord James Blears. Togo can't counter twice, so come on, we gotta go for anything other than a counter. There we go. And Blears able to hip toss Togo out of the corner and is in control of the match now. Blears with a front chancery. This is a choice B maneuver. Turnbuckle or level 2 move on agility. That's going to be 9 or less. But it's only a level 2 move. He'll go for the turnbuckle. And Blears slams him directly head first into the turnbuckle over and over and over again. And Togo is down. The great Togo is hurt here as he stands back up and Blears shoves him into the ropes. The referee is quick to step in between the two, and they break it up. The two meet in the center of the ring, and the great Togo able to take control on the lockup and push Blears back into the turnbuckle. Blears able to flip over Togo and sunset flip him, but can't keep his shoulders on the mat. And Blears is in control now. And Blears backs Togo into the ropes. And once again, the referee steps in. And this time it's Lord James Blears winning the lockup in the center of the ring. And Blears grabs a choke on the great Togo. And Togo counters that choke. You cannot cheat a cheater. And Togo taking Blears down with a leg takedown. Lord James Blears counters that and applies a side headlock. Togo is hurt here as Blears squeezes that headlock and then backs him into the ropes. Blears uses the momentum of the ropes to throw him over with a big hip toss, still holding on to that headlock. And now Blears in control as the two men get back to their feet. And Blears backs him into the corner or into the ropes again. And this time Blears with a fireman's carry off the ropes. and puts him down in the center of the ring. And as he stands back up, Blears backs him into the ropes on the other side. Togo eats another fireman's carry. Blears is in control here, just kind of showing him that he can move him around the ring at his pleasure. And then Blears blasts him with a forearm smash. That catches Togo. Togo's hurt here. And now Lord James Blears applies a surfboard stretch. Togo's hurt. And he wraps him up with a concealed choke here. Togo can't do much to get away from it as Blears continues to choke him and then backs him into the ropes. The referee once again steps in and breaks the two men up. The Great Togo has won the lockup in the center of the ring and grabs Blears with a front face lock and carries him over to the ropes and begins to choke him neck first across that top rope. James Blears is down, and the Great Togo connects with some judo chops. You know that the judo chop is not a real thing. There are no chops in judo. But it is a pretty common wrestling move, so it makes sense. And Blears goes down to the mat, and Togo goes for the cover. Blears in trouble here. Target is 4, roll is a 10, so James Blears kicks out. And Togo applies a nerve hold. James Blears in trouble here as Togo has him hurt, looking to take home a victory in the very first match of the Grand League. And now Togo backs him into the ropes and presses him against the ropes and then delivers a big forearm shot across the chest. And the Great Togo in control here. Blears doubles over from that forearm shot, and Togo grabs him with a big front face lock. And Blears is dazed now. Togo in control. Quick kick. This is an agility maneuver, and he definitely does not have the agility on James Blears, who easily checks that kick and takes control with a front chancery. And this is a choice B maneuver. We're going to go with turnbuckle again, so he's going to grab that front chancery and move him back to the turnbuckle. Togo can't do anything as Blears uses his chancery to mare the Great Togo out of the corner. And now Lord James Blears is solidly in control. Big hip toss. This is a choice C maneuver. That's going to work on 8 or less. And on a roll of 4, he gets that big hip toss. And the Great Togo is hurt. And now Blears with a concealed choke. And Togo is down. Once again with that hip toss, that's going to be agility for a level 3 hip toss. That's going to be 8 or less. And on a roll of 11, he can't toss him this time. The Great Togo able to use his power to just kind of plant his feet and stand his ground. Now Togo grabs a front face lock on Lord James Blears, squeezing Blears and moving him where he wants, which is to the ropes, as he drapes Blears' neck over the ropes and grabs a hold and chokes him down. And Blears gasping for air as finally Togo lets up as the referee makes him break. And now the referee is scolding Togo for throwing Blears out of the ring. Don't you love it when the dice actually... I made that call a little too soon, but the dice abided. The opponent is rolling his DQ. So the referee chiding Great Togo for throwing him out of the ring. Target is 6, roll is a 10, so he's not disqualified. Blears rolls back in the ring, and Togo is all over him. Neck jabs galore, and then he's going for the cover. Target is 5, roll is a 4, so that is going to do it. Captain Leslie Holmes should have got involved, but he thought that his man could handle it. Actually, no, this is not... Oh, damn it. That was supposed to be a fall, not the end of the match. Okay, well, I'll have to run that one again. No, not on camera. But I'll make sure that I start Togo with a fall with neck jabs. I'll mark that. I'll note that down. All right, so the next match, since I unceremoniously ended that one out of habit, is going to be Johnny Quango versus Matsuda Sorakichi. And let's make sure to do this one 2 falls, because I will forget. In the red corner, Matsuda Sorakichi. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs in at 175 pounds. He hails from Tokyo, Japan. And his opponent in the blue corner, weighing in at 203 pounds and standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, from Lagos, West Africa. This is Johnny Quango. And Quango and Sorakichi locking up in the center of the ring. And it's going to be Quango who takes control here. Quango grabs a cravat on Matsuda Sorakichi. And Sorakichi is dazed here. And Quango into the turnbuckle. And Sorakichi backed into the buckle by Johnny Quango. And Quango monkey flips him out of the corner. And is now definitely in control. Quango applies the jaw hold on Matsuda Sorakichi. That's a pin. Target is going to be 4. Roll is an 8, so Matsuda Sorakichi in trouble here as Johnny Quango continues his attack. A springboard crossbody. This is going to be a choice F maneuver. I'm going to try the power. That's going to work on 5 or less. Neither of those are great to roll against. Quango can't get it done. Sorakichi ducks out of the way of the springboard crossbody and then immediately applies a half Nelson, trying to roll Quango over to pin him. Can't get it done. Quango's hurt. Sorakichi continues to work that half Nelson, and he finally gets it. And Quango is down. Shoulders are on the mat. Target is 3. Roll is a 3. So just like that, we're going to mark this down here. This is going to be Sorakichi pinned. We can insert the blue corner name. Johnny Quango with a half. I will continue to use the terminology that the program does via half Nelson. What is the time now? 4 minutes and 52 seconds. And we are going to add that as a match note. Go ahead and add. There we go. Start up the match time again. We will add 1 to Johnny Quango because he just lost that fall. And they're meeting up in the center of the ring again. And it's Quango who wins the lockup. Quango goes for an arm drag takedown that will work. And Sorakichi's hurt here. Quango now with a big drop toe hold. Ropes or power. We're going to go for ropes here. Backs him into the ropes, and the referee says no, no, no. Breaks the 2 up and makes them meet again in the center of the ring. Matsuda Sorakichi wins the lockup and blasts Quango with a palm thrust. Quango's hurt. Matsuda Sorakichi going for a hammer lock here. Quango counters the hammer and backs him into the turnbuckle. And Matsuda Sorakichi spins it around and slams Quango into the buckle, driving him in there with his shoulder. And Sorikichi is now in control. Tries again for that hammerlock. Kwango says absolutely not. Kwango goes for the drop toe. That's going to be into the ropes. And Matsuda Sorikichi can't get much done here as Kwango monkey flips him off the ropes. Kwango getting a lot of use out of that monkey flip. And as Sorikichi is down, Kwango goes up and leaps in the air with a big leaping headbutt. Target is going to be 6 here on Sorikichi. Roll is a 9, so Sorikichi able to kick out. But Johnny Kwango in control. Kwango bounces off the ropes on the other side, jumps up in the air and hits him with another leaping headbutt. Target is going to be 7, and the roll is a 5. So just like that, the match has swung in the other way. So Johnny Kwango pinned Matsuda Sorikichi with the leaping headbutt. What's the time now? Probably about 25 minutes. Nope, not even close. 10 minutes and 53 seconds. 10 minutes, 53 seconds. So there we go. And we are going to go ahead and add that to the match notes. And this will be the final fall as both men have won now. And let's roll to see if that last headbutt busted Sorikichi open. And that is odd, so that did not bust him open. And here we go. For the third and final fall, the two men lock up and Sorikichi is able to get it. And he applies a double wrist grapple on Johnny Kwango. Kwango counters the grapple. Applies a body scissors with a foot brace. And has Sorikichi hurt. Kwango now uses that body scissors to take him down and locks in a rolling leg lock on Matsuda Sorikichi. Sorikichi able to roll through with the leg lock, kick him off pretty easily, gets back to his feet first, and throws a heavy body block in the way of Johnny Kwango. That is a power move, and that is going to work. So that body block is deftly avoided by Johnny Kwango. And Kwango goes back to the body scissors, trying to take Sorikichi down, but can't. Sorikichi with a leg and shoulder throw. This is an agility move, so that isn't going to work. Kwango able to put himself in position so he can't be thrown there. And now Kwango with a drop toe hold. This is either going to be ropes or power rating. No reason to do the power stuff, so we'll go for the ropes. And Sorikichi thrown into the ropes. And Kwango hits him with a big leaping drop kick. Sorikichi in trouble here. Kwango in control. A series of headbutts. This has a star next to it. If this move leads to a down 3, opponent adds 1 fatigue token. So here we go. Series of headbutts by Johnny Kwango. And it knocks Sorikichi down. So Sorikichi with a fatigue there. We're going to roll to see if he's busted open. And the roll is even. So Sorikichi is busted open by Johnny Kwango's series of headbutts. And now Sorikichi in trouble here. Johnny Kwango in control. Kwango not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to roll up. He hits Sorikichi with a big short headbutt. And Sorikichi gets his hand up, blocks that one. Ties up. And then kind of dodges the headbutt of Johnny Kwango. Kwango is dazed as the headbutt goes whizzing past Sorikichi. Now Sorikichi tries to grab a double wrist grapple, but just like last time, Johnny Kwango able to counter that, scoops him up, and starts spinning him around with an airplane spin. Matsuda Sorikichi is hurt as Kwango throws him to the mat. And now Kwango with a drop toe hold, going to throw him into the ropes here. And now Quango with a big scoop and a body slam by Quango. And once again, he scoops him up from that body slam and starts spinning him around. Sorikichi is hurt here as Quango couldn't keep him up for quite as long that time. And as Sorikichi gets back to his feet, Quango applies the body scissors and tries to take him back to the mat, and is successful in doing so. Matsuda Sorikichi is down on the mat, and Quango uses this opportunity to run at the ropes. He's trying for a springboard crossbody. Choice F here. Gonna try for the power version, which is a level 3 move, but will only work on a 5 or less. And on a 5, he is successful in hitting Sorikichi with that springboard crossbody. As Sorikichi gets back to his feet, he is taken down by the flying body of Johnny Quango. Sorikichi is hurt here. And now with the drop toe hold, this is going to be ropes or a level 2 power move. We're going to go for ropes. And the referee says no more of your flying garbage and breaks the two men up and sets them back in the center of the ring. And neither man can get the upper hand here. And this time, it is Matsuda Sorikichi taking over and trying for his own short headbutt on Johnny Quango. Quango able to avoid the headbutt just like Sorikichi did, and he backs him into the turnbuckle. And Sorikichi can't get anything done as Quango throws him from the turnbuckle with an excellent headlock and hip toss. And Sorikichi in trouble here. Quango applies the jaw hold. Center of the ring, Sorikichi's got nowhere to go. The referee is asking him. Target is 8, roll is an 11. So Sorikichi able to keep the match alive by not giving up to the jaw hold. But Johnny Quango continues to apply that pressure. And he's got him again. Target is 9 now, and the roll is a 3. So finally, Matsuda Sorikichi is put down by Johnny Quango in the second match of the Grand League Tournament. And let's see here. Jaw hold. Quango beat Sorikichi. Let's see, that would have been 7, so that's 3.5 stars. That's a pretty solid match. There we go. So now we move on to our third match of the night. And if this, if I have time, I may end up doing the other falls of the Blears and Togo match, since I prematurely ended that one. This is going to be Alibaba and Lou Thez. So this match right here, Quango got 3 points for defeating Matsuda Sorikichi. So here we go, Thez and Baba. Alibaba, that is, not Giant Baba. And in the red corner, weighing in at 275 pounds and standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, from Istanbul, Turkey, he is Ali Baba. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 238 pounds and standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, from St. Louis, Missouri, he is Lou Thez. And Baba and Thez meet up in the center of the ring here. And Alibaba takes control on the lockup. Baba tries to throw a headbutt Thez's way, and Thez is easily able to counter it. Thez taking Baba down and applying a head scissors. And he definitely has the agility advantage, so that's going to work. And Baba's hurt here. And now Thez waits for him to get back to his feet, grabs him with a double leg, picks him up, and slams him to the mat. Alibaba, though, able to kind of slip out the back before he's slammed down, just kind of scoots himself off, and then tries to rush back in with a headbutt on Luthez. He really wants to hit him with that headbutt. And Thez says, not gonna headbutt me. And Thez scoops Baba up as Baba goes sailing past him with that headbutt and spins him around with an airplane spin. Drops Baba to the mat and goes for the cover. Target is going to be 3. Roll is a 7, so Alibaba able to kick out. But Luthez asserting his dominance early in this one. Thez now with the double wrist lock on Alibaba. And Baba's down. Baba's going to roll out of the ring. It feels really weird saying Baba, but not talking about Giant Baba. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this, but it is very awkward. Alibaba rolls out of the ring and takes a breather. Thez waits for him patiently as Baba rolls back in the ring, and Thez backs him into the turnbuckle. And Thez hits him with a couple of stiff uppercuts in the turnbuckle, like forearm uppercuts. And is solidly in control of this one, punching him in the ribs as Baba staggers forward from the turnbuckle. He is hurt. And Thez delivers some big drop kicks as Baba is just not able to get his wherewithal yet. And Alibaba is hurt. I have no idea who Alibaba is. Alibaba was a heel wrestler from like the 40s and 50s. I think Sam actually even earlier than that. 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. He was active from 1918 to 1950. But he was kind of a big deal heel wrestler. I think he had a couple of kind of high profile world title matches. I think he may have even won one of the various versions of the world title at one point. So definitely was a kind of a big name. Worth looking up. You're not going to find any matches of him, obviously. He retired kind of before any of the saved TV matches became a thing. They did have TV like in the late 40s, but most of those matches don't exist. So, but there might be maybe like one of the pre-movie reels of him wrestling. I feel like I might have seen one once, and I don't remember who he's wrestling. It might have been Ed Lewis or one of the big names of the time, which is why it still exists. But yeah, mostly he's one of those guys that you'll read about, but probably won't ever be able to see. Anyway, Thez throws the drop kick. Baba's hurt. And now Luthez backs him into the turnbuckle. Alibaba able to counter it, spins Thez around, and clocks him across the bridge of the nose with a big forearm shot of his own. Alibaba now in control here. Grabs an abdominal stretch on Luthez and punches him several times in the ribs. Thez is hurt here as Baba lets go of the atomic drop lets go of the abdominal stretch only to lift him up into an atomic drop and drop him down. Thez is hurt here. Alibaba scoops him up with a big rollover slam that plants Luthez. Thez in trouble here as Alibaba scoops him again. Another big rollover slam by Alibaba. Thez won't stay down. Abdominal stretch is applied by Alibaba as the two men get back to their feet. And just like the first time, Baba throws a couple of shots into the ribs just for his trouble. Luthez is dazed here as Alibaba attempts a backdrop, but can't get it. Luthez able to flip over and land on his feet behind Alibaba, grabs the arm from the behind and wrenches it up behind the back with a big hammer lock. This is a choice C maneuver. So let's see here. Level 3 hammer lock on the agility. So that's going to be 8 or less. And on a roll of 7, he is really wrenching the crap out of that hammerlock. And it brings Baba to the mat. Luthez now with a big release power bomb. Level 3 move on the power. That's going to be 7 or less. And on a roll of 8, Baba able to kick his feet up in the air as Thez tries to pick him up and can't get him up. Baba goes for the big, or drops Thez with a big backdrop, and then as he gets back to his feet, scoops him up with an atomic drop and plants him. Thez, however, no-sells that atomic drop, spins right around, takes Baba down and applies a head scissors. And Alibaba's hurt. Thez waits for Baba to get back to his feet after he gets out of the head scissors and connects with a bunch of drop kicks on Alibaba. Just drop kick after drop kick, throwing Baba off his rhythm and putting him down on the mat. Baba in trouble now, gonna roll out of the ring and try to take a breather. He manages to slow it down a little bit, but Thez smartly just waits in the ring for Baba to come back and jumps on him as soon as he does. Baba walks or steps through the ropes and Thez punches him directly in the ribs. That's going to daze him, and Thez is going to be in command here. Thez once again with a takedown to head scissors on Alibaba. Alibaba's hurt here as Thez. Once again, Baba able to kick himself free from that head scissors. Thez is first to his feet, and as Alibaba gets up, he uses that momentum to scoop him up onto his shoulders and spins him around in the airplane spin. Alibaba is down as Luthez. Stalking his prey here, bouncing off the far ropes, coming in with a big Thez press and a cover here. Target is going to be 6, and the roll is a 10, so Alibaba kicks out of the Thez press, and Luthez continues his assault here. Step over toe hold with face lock. Alibaba is still down as Thez wrenches on that STF. Thez not going to throw him out of the ring, going to roll up. And let's go with the STF, but still in command here. Baba gets back up, but Thez immediately double legs him and tries to pick him up and slam him. And Baba able to push himself off again. Tries to come in with that abdominal stretch and tries to shoot a couple of more punches into the ribs of Luthez. Thez is hurt here as he can't wiggle free from that abdominal stretch before Baba connects. And now Alibaba shoves Thez off and waits for him to turn around. Baba connects with a big judo chop to the throat on Luthez. But Thez blocks the chop at the last second and grabs Alibaba with a big side headlock. Baba is dazed here as Thez transitions from the side headlock to a face lock and then lifts the knee. And that connects, and Baba is hurt here. Thez once again throws a series of drop kicks at Alibaba, and Alibaba's down. Luthez has been in control of this match, and this is a release power bomb. Can he get him up? He couldn't last time. It's going to be a level 3 move on 7 or less. And on a roll of 9, he just can't do it. And so Alibaba able to break free of that release power bomb and back Luthez into the ropes. And now Luthez beeled off the ropes as Baba is in control. And now Alibaba with a big judo chop to the throat as Thez gets back to his feet. Thez is hurt here. Alibaba once again with that abdominal stretch, but this time Thez has his number. That can only work so many times. And Thez scoops him into an airplane spin and dumps him on the mat. Alibaba's hurt. And Luthez continues his attack here, waiting for him to get up and then shoving him back into the turnbuckle. But Alibaba able to step out of the way as Thez trying to push him back with his head down And Thez goes running right into the middle turnbuckle. And Alibaba is in control. Baba now backing Thez into... Nope, he's going to roll up. Baba tries a backdrop, but can't get that done. So Thez in control now. Thez sidesteps and throws a big drop kick on Alibaba. Baba's down, but is going to roll out of the ring. And Lou Thez throws the referee to the side. He's finally getting frustrated with Alibaba trying to get out of the ring, and the referee is stopping him. But Thez, yeah, throws him to the side. The referee is now really all over Lou Thez, warning him that he's going to disqualify him, but decides not to. And now Thez grabs Baba by the back of the neck, and as he gets back into the ring, throws him to the mat and applies the step over toe hold with face lock. And Alibaba's hurt here as Lou Thez continues his attack here. Into the turnbuckle goes Alibaba. And Thez with a big knee to the gut in the buckle. And moves him to the other buckle. And knees him into the gut on that side too. And then as Baba staggers forward from the turnbuckle, he punches him straight in the ribs. And Baba is really feeling it. Lou Thez continues his attack, backing him into the first turnbuckle. This time hitting him with a series of knees to the gut. Just really putting him in there. And Alibaba is in trouble here as Lou Thez goes for the pin. As Baba collapses in the corner. And the target's 5. The roll is a 7. Alibaba able to grab the rope to break the pinfall. And Lou Thez is in control of this one. Thez not going to throw him out of the ring. Instead going to throw drop kicks. And those drop kicks are going to connect and put Alibaba down. Lou Thez once again applies the STF. And once again, Baba is down, can't go anywhere, still in the STF. And Thez lets it go as Alibaba, having trouble getting back to his feet. Thez comes off the far ropes and puts him down with a Thez press. Target is going to be 8 here. And the roll is a 4. So Lou Thez has won the first fall of this match. So Thez pinned Alibaba via why is that okay, that's easy to fix. I can just do that via Thez press in, what is this? It's like 40, we're 40 minutes, yeah, 40 minutes and 1 second in. So this is a long one. All right, we're going to add that to the match notes. And now we will continue this one. And neither man can get the upper hand in this one. And it's Lou Thez who finally takes control of this one and immediately blasts Alibaba with another Thez press. Target is going to be 9 here. And the roll is a 9. So Thez, with 2 straight Thez presses, has ended this one. Via Thez press. And let's see, that's going to be 5. That's a 2.5 star match. Sounds about right. I mean, Baba had some offense, but it really was just... It was really just kind of... Yeah, he didn't really ever have Thez in any danger whatsoever. So, Lou Thez earns himself 3 points in the tournament and sees himself tied with Johnny Quango on night 1. And here we are in the main event. This is going to be Ricky Dozan versus Masahiko Kimura. If you're familiar with these two and the history between these two, this should be an interesting one. I don't think that Ricky Dozan is going to be able to double cross him and blindside him with legit shoot punches and knock him out this time. So we will see how this one goes. Ricky Dozan versus Masahiko Kimura coming up. In the red corner, weighing in at 243 pounds, standing 5 foot 9 inches tall, from Japan, this is Ricky Dozan. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 185 pounds, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, from Tokyo, Japan, Masahiko Kimura. And now Kimura and Ricky Dozan meet up in the center of the ring. Both men battling for supremacy here. Neither man can get the upper hand in the lockup. And now Ricky Dozan is in trouble here as Masahiko Kimura takes him down and pushes him back into the turnbuckle. And Ricky Dozan is driven into the turnbuckle by Kimura, and he thuds off the turnbuckle here and right into Kimura, who uses he's gonna roll up, uses that to shoulder throw Ricky Dozan back into the center of the ring, and Ricky Dozan counters it. And Dozan now with a flying mare. And Kimura counters that one. I see your question, Lee. I'll get to it in, between the falls. So Kimura counters the flying mare and throws a low kick at Ricky Dozan. Choice C here. Agility and power are both -1, so you got to go with the level 3 move here. It's going to work on 5 or less. And on a roll of 8, that low kick does not connect. Ricky Dozan throws him down with a big hip lock. And now Kimura is hurt. And Ricky Dozan backs him into the ropes. And Ricky Dozan, thunderous chops to the chest as he just pushes him back against the ropes and continues to just level him with big overhand chops to the chest. Kimura's in trouble here. Ricky Dozan with the big Ricky Dozan chop to finish that one off, chopping him right between the eyes. And that is a +2, so the target is going to be 6, and the roll is a 6, so Masahiko Kimura put down immediately by the Ricky Dozan chop. So insert red corner, Ricky Dozan pinned. Insert blue corner, Masahiko Kimura via Ricky Dozan chop. In. We're not very far into this one. What is this, 7 minutes? Yeah, 7 minutes and 4 seconds. And we will add that as the note. Lee is asking, is that a new type of tournament? Never seen that one before. No, that is a league tournament. I think that they've been in as long as the tournament mode has been in. I think that there were a couple of releases to like the testing team that didn't have league tournaments in, but I'm pretty sure that every release to the patrons have had the league in. You just got to select one of the options when you create a new tournament is tournament type. There is a single elimination, and then the other one is league. And so if you select league, that's what that is. So, all right, back to the match now that we have answered that question. And the two men once again. Let's add the point of fatigue there. And let's ring the bell as the two men go at it once again. And Ricky Dozan is in control again. Ricky Dozan throws a big forearm strike on Masahiko Kimura. And Kimura, I believe that this is only in shoot style matches, which this is not. So Kimura is dazed by Ricky Dozan's forearm strike. And Ricky Dozan with the big flying mare. Kimura's down, or Kimura's hurt. And backing Kimura into the ropes is Ricky Dozan. And Ricky Dozan, a chop and then a knee to the gut. And then he throws Kimura off the ropes. And scoops him up with a big body slam and plants him down. As Ricky Dozan is in control of this one. And Kimura gets back to his feet. And Ricky Dozan scoops him and slams him again. And then he goes for the cover. Target is 5. Roll is a 4. So Ricky Dozan has won that match via body slam. All right, so let's see there. That was definitely not an amazing match there, so we're going to give that 1 star. Really, Masahiko Kimura didn't really put up any actual offense. He just kind of got thrown around by Ricky Dozan for most of the match. So there we go. And since I screwed it up, let's go back and run our Togo and Bleers. Togo had one fall via the... you know what I didn't mark down, though, is their fatigue. And I can't go back and... Actually, I can. Pardon me while I go back and check what their fatigue was at the end of this match. Let's see here. If I click here and I click here, that'll bring me here, and then I can just go back and watch the... Let's mute that so that you don't have to hear me talk with all kinds of Inception-y bullshit. Let's see here. He would have... Bleers had 3, Togo had 1. What it's looking like. Yep, 3 and 1. Excellent. So let's go back and get this all set up again. So, alright, so we had 3 and 1. Let's do that. We're going to do that. We'll go here, and blue corner, the Great Togo, pinned, Lord James. Damn it. Bleers via Jags to neck. And I don't remember the time, and I don't want to go look again. So I am just going to make it up. We're going to say that that happened in 17 minutes. Why not? So we're just going to call it an even 17 and a half minutes. And I don't know why I did this when I could have just done this. Watch. Insert red corner. There we go. Okay. So here we go. Add. Done. Now, we've got everything set up, except for the match counters. I'm going to go ahead and add those. Red corner is distractor. He didn't use any of them, so he's still got one distraction and one. Oop. Manager interference. Jesus, I can't type. Why are you doing this to me, program? Why? Manager interference. 1. Okay. There we go. And let's turn this back on so that you can hear the dice. Okay. So, finally, we're doing the last fall or two of the Bleers and Togo match. They are in fall 2. I accidentally screwed it up and ended the match too soon and then hit no instead of cancel. So here we go. And Togo wins the lockup here as the great Togo comes in with the big eye rake on Lord James Bleers. Bleers is in trouble here. And Bleers is hurt here. And now Togo dragging him to the ropes and draping him neck first to choke him. And target is now 6. We are going to use the manager, the distraction here. So we will do that and roll his distractor, which is 6, I believe. Yes. And on a roll of 7, he is unsuccessful. So the target is going to be 6. Roll is a 7, so Bleers able to kick out, but just barely. Togo applies a nerve hold. Bleers is down. Togo with the judo chop. And he's going for the pin again. We're going to roll manager interference. We're going to roll DQ here. Not disqualified. So Captain Leslie Holmes able to distract the great Togo, and Lord James Bleers comes up from behind as the referee's trying to get him out of the ring, and Togo is distracted and nails him with a low blow. And now Bleers is in control here. Bleers with a big Oxford leg strangle. This is a +1 finisher. Target's going to be 5. Roll is a 6. So Togo just barely able to get out of that one. But Bleers continues to hold the hold and apply pressure. Target is now 6. Roll is a 10. So the great Togo is starting to fade here. Ferris wheel. That's an add 1. So we'll add 1. And Togo's hurt. And now Bleers backing Togo into the ropes. And Bleers, big back body drop on Togo. Togo's in trouble here. Bleers going to the top rope. This is something that you do not see very often. And Togo catches Bleers as he comes off the top rope to axe handle him with a big boot to the gut. And now Togo is in charge. Togo applies that nerve hold on James Bleers. Bleers in trouble here. Target is going to be 7. Nerve hold in the center of the ring. Roll is a 7. So that is going to end it. And Bleers able to win this one. Togo able to win this one with a nerve hold on James Bleers. Let's see. So that is going to be 9. So that's a 4.5-star match. We said the other one was 17.5 minutes. So let me bring up my calculator here. And we can go ahead and figure out how long this thing went on. So we've got 47 plus 30. That is going to be an extra minute plus 17 seconds. So 9 plus 17. It's 26 minutes and 17 seconds for the total match. 26 minutes and 17 seconds. Excellent. Okay. And there we go. So at the end of our first night, Ricky Dozan, Luthez, Johnny Quengo, and the Great Togo all have 3 points. Alibaba, Masahiko Kimura, Matsuda Sorakichi, and Lord James Blears all have 0 points. So that is the end of the Grand League Night 1. I will, like I said, I'll probably roll the nights 2 through 6 offline, just because it's quicker that way. And then I may come back and do the finals in a week or two whenever I've completed all 6 of the other events. It's not always the easiest to find time to roll events. I'm sure that most promoters know the struggle. So, but yeah, here we go. We got so the match is done. Let me save this. That was stupid. Thankfully, they ain't going nowhere, so we just need to do this and save the tournament. Save it as Grand League. And I do want to show something off real quick. I don't know if anybody's still watching, but I've been pretty quiet on the update front for the Patreons, and I know, I showed off the Gene LaBelle card at the beginning of this, but one of the big things that I am doing here, that I'm updating, is this territory stuff. I have got a nice new map that has a whole bunch of cities and the entire world instead of just a couple of locations. It will paint your territory, like if you run shows in areas and they are above 2 stars to generate interest. It will paint them the color of the territory, and it will let you know how many little regions down here your promotion is air quote controlling. You can select a city now as well, like if I select Boston and then go to wrestlers, it will show me all of the wrestlers who are from Boston and not just all of the wrestlers from Massachusetts. Same deal with venues. You can see citywide instead of statewide. And this also goes to new event or to events here. It'll show all of the events in Boston. You can still view by the city or by the whole area as well. Like if I selected Massachusetts here, right clicked on it and hit wrestlers, it would bring me up. And these are all most of these are from Boston anyway, but it will display anybody from Massachusetts in general. So, and like I could do the same thing for New York or anywhere else. So, but that is kind of what I've been working on. This is actually a lot more work than it seems like it would be. And then you can, search for a city. Like if you wanted to search for London, you could do that and then hit go, and it will bring you straight to London, that kind of thing. You can isolate a country. Like if I wanted to look at just England, I can double click on England. This is kind of a mess. Unfortunately, I can't do a whole lot about that without turning them off. Some of these are just a gross mess. Ending the isolation will bring you back. But yeah, this is what I've been working on. It is, like I said, it's quite an undertaking. So I probably won't have an update until mid-December-ish. So that is kind of what I've been doing. You can also edit and add cities, all kinds of other stuff, alternate names for cities, entire countries. Like if you wanted to say that Russia was also known as the USSR, you can add an alternate name, that sort of thing. You can, like I said, you can add cities. Like I added Borger, Texas to the map because it wasn't there, and I wanted Stan Hansen to be represented. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of cool stuff going on. I'm not just sitting around doing nothing. Um, but that's kind of what I've been working on um, for this coming update. I just kind of wanted to keep people in the loop. Um, there's been a couple of, like I said, I messed with the tournament stuff so that you can have multiple nights, um, and that kind of thing. And I fixed a lot of bugs that people have been talking about. So um, that's sort of the long and short of it. The one thing that some people may not like is now, like if you go to book a show or an event, even through this screen, um, these the promotion and venue are now required. It won't let you just run a show with no promotion and no venue. Um, and that's just because I've added some stuff like in here, like if we go to event history, um, this now shows, like if you click on an event, it now shows the venue behind the text. Just trying to make it look a little nicer. Um, and it helps, with presentation and with uniformity. So that stuff is now required um, to run events. If you don't want to have a promotion or a venue, you can always do the one night match. That's kind of what it's for. So, but yeah, so that's what's been going on with FG Assistant. I'm also toying around. So this is kind of new news, I guess. Um, I may change the name from FG Assistant to Promoter's Assistant. Um, I have signed a contract with um, uh, the company that I currently do programming for, which we are also working on video games, and I can self do this. Like my contract allows me to put this up on Patreon, and that's cool. But I'm not allowed to release a game with another company while I'm under contract, and my contract is 4 years long. So even if I wanted to work with Tilsinger Games, and I still do, I couldn't release this with them while that contract was in effect. So that basically means that any hopes of this becoming official for the next couple of years is not happening. I got to put food on the table, and uh, you know, main job stuff is more important than hobby stuff. So, um, you know, this is essentially hobby stuff. And so, like, even though I would really like to, like I said, do something with Phil Singer Games down the road, it's going to be a while. And so I'm thinking about changing the name to Promoter's Assistant just to kind of move the Phil Singer Games stuff out of the title, since I can't do anything with them, at least for the foreseeable future. So um, that's kind of new news. So that's what's been going on behind the scenes. And if Mike Molesky watches this, I'm sorry. I tried emailing you like 3 times and I never heard back from you. I don't know if it's going to spam or whether you're not getting them. Um, but he's hearing this here first too. And like I said, I apologize to him. I've tried emailing him several times, and for whatever reason, whether he's busy or whatever, I don't know. So, um, but yeah, that's the news with FG Assistant, which may become Promoter's Assistant soon. We'll have to see. So yeah, that's what I've got going on, and thank you all for watching, and I hope y'all have a good upcoming week.